Hey everybody, this is Fallon Hollis, and this is my Philantropic Project soft pitch. For this project, I chose a community-based project, and what I'm proposing is a public health campaign focused on increasing healthy eating for children with autism. And this is important because many children with autism don't receive as healthy of a diet compared to their peers. This can be for reasons such as sensory disturbances. Maybe they don't like the texture of certain foods. Their repetitive and restrictive behaviors. They tend to get comfortable with certain foods and want that every day or more regularly. And also food selectivity. The research that I did on this showed that children with autism are 5 times more likely to struggle with eating issues compared to their typically developing peers. And there's evidence that children with autism consume fewer fruits and vegetables and have a lower intake of calcium and protein. They tend to prefer foods that have high carbohydrates, such as white bread, pizza, cakes, cookies, ice cream, or fatty foods. So part 1 of this project is assessing the community needs. My assessment showed that the research showed that they tend to eat less healthy foods than typically developing peers. And my personal reflection is that many of the children that I work with in my ABA clinic do not bring many healthy things to eat every day. The survey tool that I'm using, my gap analysis is that better nutrition will lead to lower obesity rates, better overall health, and better autonomy for autistic adults. And community health initiatives that provide workshops on promoting healthy eating or a community pantry that offers healthy food will be helpful. Part 2 is identifying interesting parties. For stakeholders, I decided that local elementary schools, healthcare organizations, and other ABA centers could all be helpful. Schools are important because kids are required to attend school, so they will have the broadest reach on what kids have autism. And school professionals can also identify needs related to academics. Healthcare organizations, because every child receives medical care. And ABA centers, because they are a big part of treating people with autism. My engagement strategy would be to collaborate with stakeholders via email and follow up by phone, because that is quick and easy to track. Part 3 is identifying funding. 3 potential sources of funding are donations, grants, and sponsorships. But for this project, I specifically chose donations because donations will help fund the program. This project probably will not take, a huge funding base, and it just seems to be the most appropriate, since having donations and listing donors will help parents create a community that they can turn to. These are the steps for receiving funding, the deadlines, eligibility, and how this will be sustained. We will update everyone monthly via newsletters, and we will also use software to manage the funds, and budget will be reviewed every month. Here is an in-depth timeline of the project, and barriers would be inconsistent donations, so we can have donors sign commitment sheets and assess needs monthly via feedback. Thank you so much for listening. These are my resources. Thank you. Have a great day.